A while ago I did a video on simple pentatonic patterns about left and right hand synchronization while you're playing through them. And I cherry-picked the shapes just to make them easy to play for the left hand. And one of the things that I deliberately avoided was anything that involved any kind of pattern which had two notes on the same side of the shape, like that. And the reason is that they're actually quite difficult to control and manage when you have patterns like that. So I thought this week what I'd do is I'd create a series of shapes which focused on this, so allowed you to sort of develop your skills with these kinds of shapes. So they're all very simple shapes. The first set are just 3-note patterns and there's 4 of them. Let me play through them slowly so you can see what they're like. Okay, there's a PDF of these all in the description field, so just help yourself if you want that. Now, the approach here for the first one, for example, is to try and keep the notes distinct. And the way I'm doing that is just by lifting my finger, especially between the second and the third note. That's the really challenging part of this shape. So I'm lifting my third finger when I want my fourth finger note to sound. And similarly with the second pattern, I'm rolling my index finger in this case. So by rolling it, I'm releasing the E string, ready to play the B string, and that's how I'm controlling the 2 sets of notes. So give that a go when you're playing through these. The next set of patterns are very similar to the first set, the same set of notes, but I'm playing 4-note groups instead of 3-note groups. Again, I'll play them through nice and slowly so you can see how these work. So a bit more challenging this time because you're focusing much more on that transition between the 2 notes on the same side of the shape. But again, you need to make sure that you're releasing the note when you want the note to stop playing, and that's how you control it. Try and keep all of the notes distinct and separate. Okay, so the final one is a bit more real world. The final one is just descending 4s, but it's a little different to the previous video. The previous video I did this, so I basically jumped 2 notes between each set of 4. In this video I'm going to just move each group of 4 down by just 1 note. And that slightly changes things when you're moving from the second to between each group of notes. You need to do either a finger roll or play a note on the same side of the shape. Let me play through it and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so there's a couple of techniques that I thought I'd make you aware of. One is when I'm descending, I'm using a slightly different technique to when I'm ascending. So when I'm descending, I'm using a finger roll with my third finger. But when I ascend, I use my second finger. It's just a quirk of mine, it's something I've developed over the years, but go back and have a look and you'll see what I mean. Anyway, hopefully that was useful for you. Give these a go. These are actually trickier than they first appear, especially if you're trying to control those notes and make them distinct and separate. But see how you get on with them anyway. And we'll chat next time. Goodbye.